Welcome to Mildred, a tiny town in southeast Kansas. This is the story of the rise to its peak, the fall back to a cornfield, and the re-envisioning by a local family of this little bitty town that used to be a hotspot. Just north of town stands a huge piece of history. This gigantic structure was once part of a cement plant. The plant, built by the Great Western Portland Cement Company, was the cornerstone upon which the entire town was built. Construction of the plant began in 1907, and by 1909, the plant was producing Victor cement right here in Mildred, Kansas. Now all that's left of the cement industry that built this town are a few brush-covered structures and an old bag from the company that hangs on the wall of the only store that operates in Mildred today. The initial town that grew around the cement plant consisted of a few stores, some houses, and an 8-room schoolhouse. The original school was built in 1910, but it was replaced by a new school with a gymnasium in 1926. The last class to graduate from Mildred High School was the class of 1944. The students were unified with another local high school, and the school building was sold to the city of Mildred for just $1. The railroad played a huge part in the construction and success of the town of Mildred. These two buildings that stand across the street from each other once held a mechanic shop and a filling station. These books contain some of the records from the mechanic shop that once operated out of the overgrown building across the street from Mildred's only surviving store. Some of the names of the companies represented in these books may be familiar to those of you who might know something about the agricultural implement industry. Mildred's only surviving store, the Mildred store, is owned and operated by Lauren and Regina Lance. The current decor of this little store is very similar to how it looked when it was known as Charlie Brown's store. Charlie and his wife Lucy owned the store for many years. They were a huge part of the local community, just like the Lances are now. The store serves as a sort of town history museum. There are artifacts of Mildred history all over above the shelves of the little general store. Of course, that might have something to do with the fact that the store is over 100 years old. The proprietors of this fantastic country store take pride in the town's history and love to share it. They also make a pretty great sandwich. This photo of Charlie and Lucy Brown hangs behind the counter of the store. These mailboxes were once the entire post office of the town of Mildred, and this was the bank. The story of Charlie Brown, Lucy, the store, and Charlie Brown's little old town was well documented in local papers. This is the Mildred United Methodist Church, another 100-year-old building that is still in use today.